Everyone, need your attention, please. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
You know what? I'm just going to come out and say it. I loved The Beekeeper.
Guilty!
It's exactly what you think it's going to be. Jason Statham going full Jason Statham, over-the-top action set pieces and an absurd plot. But there's one key difference. It's actually well made for what it is. Before I get into the review, please like and subscribe if you can. It's just one small click for you, but would really mean a lot to me. Okay, so The Beekeeper is the latest film from David Ayer, a very capable, albeit inconsistent filmmaker whose catalogue includes the must-see End of Watch and the very enjoyable war film Fury. The script was written by Kurt Wimmer, whose previous films are a mixed bag, including duds like the Total Recall and Point Break remakes, but highs including Law Abiding Citizen and Equilibrium. So he clearly can write pretty well when he wants to. The Beekeeper stars Jason Statham as the titular beekeeper, alongside an always welcome scenery-chewing performance from Jeremy Irons. Emmy Raver Lampman as FBI agent Parker, who I thought was very good in The Umbrella Academy. And finally, Josh Hutcherson puts in a solid performance as the hateable douchebag bad guy. The Beekeeper is about Adam Clay, a retired former special agent from a top-secret government organisation called the Beekeepers. Adam is now living a quiet life, spending his time as an actual beekeeper.
Bees?
Oh, look! There's Mr. Pastry. What do you think his job could be, gents? Baker. Yes, good.
The old lady whom he's renting land off is robbed of over $2 million after falling victim to a phishing scam and takes her own life. Adam begins a bloody one-man quest for revenge and won't stop until he's punished everyone involved, no matter how far he's got to go or who might be involved. What unfolds is a slickly paced 90s-style action film, which is thoroughly entertaining. The fight and action scenes are well choreographed and definitely feel like one of the better John Wick clones in recent years. Now, I know what you're all asking.
How many killings?
Well, I'm pleased to say, as you would hope from any good action film, The Beekeeper has a high body count. And if, like me, you enjoy insane, over-the-top kills in these sorts of films, then you definitely won't be disappointed here. The first half of the film especially, director David Ayer does a great job of creating a gritty atmosphere that suits the film's subject matter. It does have a few cartoony moments which feel out of place later on, but they are few and far between, so the film generally gets away with it, and the pacing means you don't have too much time to dwell on them. Yes, the plot is fairly absurd, but for what it is, the script is surprisingly well written for the most part. The characters actually talk and act like human beings. You can tell some genuine thought has gone into the writing. For example, the scene where the old lady is scammed is pretty realistic. They've clearly done research into how phishing scams are operated, and it helps set up the emotional hit when she takes her life. Okay, so have you ever been watching a fight scene in a film and thought to yourself, there's no way this 80-pound woman will be able to last 5 seconds against this highly trained killer, but yet they go toe-to-toe. A recent example of this is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Hayley Atwell's character Grace, who's introduced as a specialist thief with seemingly no fighting skills, picks up some knives and takes on the main bad guy one-on-one and fares better than the MI6 agent who just fought him seconds before. Realistically, this guy would drop her like a bad habit. So the fact that in Beekeeper, Statham's character is clearly a highly skilled operative on par with Jason Bourne and proceeds to act as such is refreshing to see. He can easily take down the people you would expect him to, and the bad guys have to adapt to this. Even when he's attacked by another Beekeeper agent, he makes light work of her in an entertaining manner. It's details like this which really elevate this film for me. I do have to mention a personal highlight. The film actually acknowledges that the Stath's accent is all over the place by adding in a throwaway line about him having some British in his accent. They clearly added this late on in production to explain his terrible American accent. He's never managed to pull it off before, so I'm amazed they even tried it again. But at least this time they fit it into the story.
My own design. Highly modified M590 hand portable system. Fires 25 smart rounds per second.
Unfortunately, Emmy Raver Lampman's character as the daughter of the old lady stroke FBI agent tracking down Statham gets progressively more annoying as the film goes on. Her and her FBI partner have zero chemistry, and the forced banter between the two doesn't land. Also, I struggled to believe 2 FBI agents on a big case like this would be so nonchalant all of the time. They were written more like washed-up detectives than FBI agents who actually want to be there. The script isn't perfect, and you do get some cheesy lines, and some of the attempts at jokes fall flat. And to be honest, there's a few too many bee puns and analogies for my liking.
Bees?
Beads.
I do get why they are there, but they do get tiresome quickly. As well as the fight scenes feeling similar to John Wick, the plot does too. A retired hitman who's seeking revenge against a young rich guy for causing the death of someone he cares about. The young rich guy's father figure is even in the know about how much danger he's in whilst trying to protect him. They clearly drew inspiration from John Wick, but I found it different enough in tone and pacing that I didn't mind. So I'll wrap things up by saying if you've seen the trailer for this, then it's exactly the film that you think it's going to be. It's a Jason Statham action film, but this time in the hands of an actual filmmaker, and what you get is definitely one of the best Statham films. If you like 90s action films, Jason Statham or Bees, then this is the film for you. It's the kind of film that's perfect for a Friday night pizza and a beer to kick off the weekend.